Hello and welcome to Bad Drinks TV. I'm your host H, and well, we're in season 2, and today we're going to talk about tropical drinks. And well, in the 1930s and 1940s, two white guys, like literally two white guys, one was called Victor Jules Bergeron, known as Trader Vic, and the other is known as Ernest Raymond Beaumont Gant, known as Don the Beachcomber. And these guys pretty much hijacked an entire culture. Okay, and from it they created a cult called Tiki. Now, good, bad, ugly, whichever you want to call it, and yet we do have to have a debate about it in the future. There were two great drinks that came from this, and that is the Mai Tai and the Zombie. Well, after that little intro and me adding some fuel to the fire, that is the debate about using the term tiki, well, we have to have a debate about it. But I'm going to try and keep with the idea of tropical drinks, and we're going to start with the Mai Tai. Now, the Mai Tai is really quite a simplistic drink, and it's really rather good. It's just rum, triple sec, lime, and something called orgeat, which is like an almond syrup. Now, you can use store-bought, or you can just make it yourself. In fact, I've got a video on how to make it. There are recipes online. It's really easy to do, okay? Now, there are a lot of stories with this, and there's also a lot of arguments and a lot of debate about the creation of the Mai Tai and who did the Mai Tai. So while I drink some rum, because you're going to need it for this one, let's go through the stories. So we're going to start with story number 1. It goes that in 1944, at his original restaurant, Trader Vic's restaurant in Oakland, California, he was experimenting with drinks. And just like any bartender does, or bar manager does, or restaurant owner who knows how to make their drinks, they would have had some friends in. And in this case, he had two friends called Ham and Carrie Guild. I don't know who the names their kid Ham. Anyway, right. Now, they were coming in from Tahiti, so they were probably avoiding taxes. Okay, yeah, two people avoiding taxes, white people, shocking. Right, but anyway, let's get back down to it. So he put the mix together, which was rum, lime, orgeat, Cointreau, and shook it up and made it for them. And supposedly, Carrie Guild is the one that actually named the drink, because she said in Tahitian, please... I'm sorry about my translation of this, I'm not good, but there we go. It was Mai Tai Ro Ae, which means out of this world, the best. And Trader Vic liked it so much, he kept it. And that's where we get the Mai Tai from in story number 1. And in a minute, we're going to go on to story number 2, and then we're going to talk about the other can of worms that comes with these drinks. And so, story number 2. Now, story number 2 is, and this sort of came out a little bit later after the Mai Tai was created, is that supposedly, according to Don the Beachcomber, in 1933, he actually made something similar to a drink way before Trader Vic did, called the QB Cooler. Now, oh my God, the f***ing can of worms that this brought up between these two is ridiculous. To which Trader Vic, in one of his books, actually said, anybody that says that I did not create the Mai Tai is an absolute stinker. And then Don the Beachcomber is basically saying, well, actually, you copied it from me 11 to 10 years before, after I actually created the drink. And then there's been affidavits done, there's been possibility of some court cases, there's been, oh my God, talk about two white guys, literally, it's like, oh my God, what the f***? Do you want to get your d*** out and fight each other? What? Anyway, yes, Trader Vic did steal and develop an idea that Don the Beachcomber started. Okay, yes, you got to give it to him, all right? Don the Beachcomber started it all, and then Trader Vic just did it as well, and in some ways may have done it a little better. But at the end of the day, I'm going to give the Mai Tai to Trader Vic. Okay, so let's go and start making a Mai Tai. Right, now we're going to make a Mai Tai. Now, I happen to be in Ontario, so it's rather hard for me to recreate with the original recipe. But actually, it's even harder for anybody, because the original recipe was Ray and Nephew Jamaican 17-year-old rum. Unfortunately, he even ran out, and there's not much available. Supposedly there is some, it's about $4,000 a bottle, so if you want a $1,000 Mai Tai, buy some. Personally, I'd like to try and get a little less. Now, what he did was, he used to mix up Jamaican rum with Martinique rum, which is a rum agricole. Okay, now rum agricole is not easily available in Ontario. So what I do is I do my own little mix. And what I do is I do what I call my house tropical rum mix, which is 50% Gosling's rum and 50% Wray and Nephew, which I love using as my tropical rum mix because I think it works really well, because basically I can't get rum agricole. So here's what I do on my recipe. It's pretty similar to his. I do 2 ounces of rum. Okay. Then I do a 1/4 ounce of basically rock candy or cane sugar syrup. So 2-to-1 ratio in this one. I do a 1/4 ounce of orgeat. Then I'm going to use a dry curacao, but you can use Cointreau, which I think works just as well, maybe sometimes better if you want to, or Grand Marnier, but there we go. I'm going to use this, and then 1/2 ounce dry curacao, and 1 ounce of lime juice. But experiment, have some fun, try it with all these rums, split them up. It's called split basting. Ooh, what a great fancy term. But have some fun, you know? It's a great drink to make, it's really easy, all right? And then get just 1 ounce of lime. Please try and use fresh lime, okay? All right. Also, try and get a big glass. If you don't have a glass, f it. Coffee mug will do fine, all right? I'm just a snob. All right, so there we go. Add that all in there. So we have 2 ounces of rum, well, 1 ounce of Gosling's, 1 ounce of Wray and Nephew, 1 ounce of lime juice, 1/2 ounce of dry curacao, 1/4 ounce of orgeat, 1/4 ounce of a cane sugar or rich syrup, 2-to-1 ratio, okay? Then, add ice, give it some welly. And I love this bit. Dirty ball! Woohoo! Yeah, baby. Then I used to get a nice little mint sprig for the garnishes. Okay. Shove it in there. And I like to also get some nice cherry. Put a cherry on like that, okay? And there we go. Very nice, beautiful, wonderful Mai Tai, okay? But if you can get a rum agricole wherever it is you are in the world, please get one, all right? It does make a big difference to the drink, but unfortunately I'm in Ontario, I'm rather limited by what I can get. So there we go, this is the Mai Tai. Oh yeah. Oh, me, it's dog's bollocks. Ooh. What a wonderful drink. Right, next up, the zombie. Oh boy.